All right, I'm going to show you how to make over 1,000 product mockups in just a few minutes. I promise you'll be able to see my timestamp. So it's 3:42 p.m. as I'm starting this video. We're using an extension called Bulk Mockup, and I'm going to link it for you in the description. It is an affiliate link, but I'm going to show you the magic of this, and you're going to love it. So first of all, you want to set up all of your mockups and have them in a specific folder. So all of mine look like this, where we have our layer, we have our design on top of it as a clipping mask. You only want to have one smart object. The new generation can handle more, but it's more complex. So let's start with just one smart object in the photo for now. Flatten everything else out, and you'll want to make sure that the smart object that's linked already in your mockups is in the same folder that it was, it's in the same place, or else it's going to get confusing. So this tiny pink square is right here. Then you'll want to have a few things in your file. So you want to have a file with all of your designs, a file with all of your mockups, and as you can see, I have 42 mockups and I have 27 designs, so that's 1,134 mockups. And then you'll have an output file. I like to just create a new folder for that each time. And so we'll close this out. We want to have nothing open in Photoshop. We'll go into our Bulk Mockup extension and we'll click Start Bulk Mockup. Now, first we want to find our templates folder. So that's all of our different mockups. That's this folder. You won't see anything, but that's the 42 mockups that we have. Our export location is in our listing photos. So we'll do colored square listing photos. Here's a couple that we already have done as a test. We'll just delete those so you can see it do all of them. And then our design location is going to be our 27 different designs. And there's a few other options here. I already have these selected. So it is currently 3:44. I'm going to speed this up significantly, but I am just going to click Run Bulk Mockup. And in order to make sure it's working properly, you want to basically see it kind of scrolling through it. It might stop after a minute, but as long as you see that cursor doing the buffering move, you are good. And then at the very end, it will close out all the files and you'll be back on like your main Photoshop piece. So you can kind of see it scrolling through. It doesn't always do that. And sometimes if you have way too many or you're struggling with RAM, it might stop going through those after a minute. But we'll see it go through all 27 of those designs. And we're working through just this like black plain envelope right now, but it will switch over after we get through those 27 designs to a different file. And I'm gonna just keep talking until we can see that maybe. Okay, so now you see it stopped going through, but you still see that kind of cursor going between the pointer and the buffering. That means it's still working. When it's done, I'm gonna come back. Oh, here we go. Start it up again. So you see a new mockup that's created. It's still the black envelope, but it's got the pieces of the invitation suite around it. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking. It's now 3:45. It's been 1 minute, but I am not going to touch anything until this is fully done. And then I'll come back and we'll see what we've got. All right, we just finished, as you can see by going back to the regular Photoshop screen, and it's actually 4:42. This took exactly an hour. I didn't plan that. That just happened. And we're gonna go into our folder that we created for the listing photos. We're gonna see all 26 of the original items. And when we click on them, we will see a mockup created with every single design, every single of those different 42 mockups. So now for all of my designs, I have every mockup that I could possibly need. And these, like, I usually use this because it's so easy and I didn't have to do any of that work. So I wouldn't always want the colors, all of the mockups for every single one. Like this is very like pink, so I would really want these pink mockups, maybe not like the yellow or the red or the teal, but it's easier to just make them than to worry about individually picking and choosing. So I absolutely love this. It took about an hour total to run, but as you can see, it only took me about 2-3 minutes to actually set everything up and run it. And then whenever I create new designs, I can just run it again on the same mockup folder, and I will have all the mockups created for those new designs. So I'm going to link Bulk Mockup, the extension that we used, in the description of this video. Let me know what you think and what questions you have, and I'd love to share more about this because this tool has completely changed my life.